And so, we continue with The Lost of the Dimension. In this installment, we shall stop speaking overdramatically, and we've got a perfect S-rank streak on this floor so far. Again, that makes me worried that I'm getting over-leveled. I probably shouldn't have gone back to try and go for S-rank. I was doing stuff to narrow down who was suspicious and to sway everyone's votes my way on the last floor. But this one, strangely enough, the previous mission was supposedly a side mission, even though it was compulsory because we had no other option. This one is Breakthrough. Another 5-star difficulty, and it says the enemies are getting more and more organized. So let's check, and okay, there's kind of paths all over the place here, but most of these enemies are relatively close to us. Looks like there's one up on a higher position. And we're starting off not split up, and there are a few enemies around us, but let's see what exactly they... Yeah, I knew they'd throw 2 Arbaruses at once at us sooner or later. I had a feeling. They're still going with Ilex D, though. They haven't been upgraded. Of course, there are Flammers here. And those things, which are pretty durable overall. 2 Arbaruses. Well, at this point, though, they're not... Well, I say that now, and then I had that thing with Marco in Mana's mission, where he kind of got completely destroyed. That was mostly due to critical hits, but anyway. My plan here is to pick this same team, but swapping out one of these 2 for one of these 2. Now, there is exactly one circumstance where I could get no further than where I started. So yeah, one of these 2 is a voice, so if she is, and I swap her out, and if she is and I swap her out, and I still have one voice, then that means that whoever I swapped her out for is also a voice. But if she isn't and I swap her out and I get 2, that means that I know you're suspicious and I know the other one's suspicious. But if she isn't and I swap her out and I still get 1, then I know they're suspicious and the one who I swapped in is clean, which actually narrows things down. You know, no matter what I do, I'm pretty sure that I'll actually have this... I'm narrowing this down a lot faster. Maybe because there's less characters available here. So... Now, those enemies, they are weak to special-based attacks, so, who should I send in? I think maybe I should use Himeno here for a bit, just because, I might be able to sneak around the side of one of the Arbaruses. Those 2 things are both Flammers. I think my plan here is to send a group of 3 around the right-hand side and sneak up on one of the Arbaruses from the flank, and then I'll send another group up on the, I think the other side maybe. Or I could go up the middle and try and divert the Arbaruses and then hit them from behind, but no, I think I'll do a pincer attack here. So Himeno goes there. I can only use one of either Yoko or Nagi. And I would kind of like the ability to debuff enemies here. Then again, though, I have been using them both quite a lot lately, but might want to go with Yoko again for the enemy debuffing abilities. That means I can't use Nagi here, but I do want to use you. I'll put him on this side. No, there. And since I used Himeno, I can't use Marco. My last 2 slots have to be Mana and Toya. The question is, who goes on which side? Let's check what we got there. We got you, which is weak to. We have a Flammer there. Another Flammer there. But one of you faces more and I just lost everything, didn't I? Ah. I think I'll send Mana up the path of more resistance. So, with that, we are ready to deploy. Let's go! No matter what happens, we're hopefully narrowing things down a little bit.
You know...
Yeah, we haven't quite found out exactly what these enemies are. They're most likely the End's minions, or maybe they're not. Well, that is the case of pretty much every generic, video game enemy. Like the End hates show. I just noticed that whenever Mana appears on screen, her curly hair bits just bounce up and down for a bit, and then slowly stop. Huh, that's interesting. You've done lots of things in the past that would make people hate you. I wonder what those are. And that's all we're getting, apparently. Time to break through, then. Huh, little traffic cones over there. Strange.
And away we go.
Okay, I think I'll focus on this side first. Okay, that thing is right in our face. I didn't realize it would be pointing right at us. This is... Well, we're not exactly flanking that thing. You know, it might actually be better to head up the center in that case. Yeah, these guys are very, very weak to special attacks. Don't want to get countered, though. But I do want assists. That's a problem. Slight damage. These things are very, very tanky. And they double punch you. Kind of forgot about that.
Well,
so if I go for a Thunderbolt, that will get a counter. I mean an assist. I keep mixing that up.
let's go.
Though these enemies' sanity do lower pretty quickly.
Let's get the show on the road.
Let's go.
Not enough range. Guess we'll have to defer then.
Roger that.
Don't want to blow her sanity early though, because she's both our healer and our buffer. I don't want to blow your sanity either, because that Thunderbolt costs you 20%. But I would kind of like this thing to die.
What a nasty shock.
And dazed, so it's going to be taking some massive damage.
Go.
How is that thing not dead yet? How much HP does it have left? 7. Really? That's how we're going to play things, is it? Yeah, gonna make sure that we're facing forward and not leaving our flank exposed. Yeah, let's just finish you. And miss completely, despite having a 90%. Wow! Well, that was an incredibly bad streak of luck there.
Go.
I desperately hope that doesn't happen, yeah. Again anytime soon. Sort of want to lure you guys forward. Make sure I'm turned around before doing this.
Leave it to me.
I am going to try and be a bit of a lure here. I hope this plan works. I really, really don't like you, though, because especially since you can seal. Maybe I should learn his agility buff. That sounds like it could be kind of useful. Okay, let's just see how the enemies move, then. More Ilexes. Yeah, those things have very, very low movement ranges. I think the Dawn actually moves... Okay, that's kind of what I hoped that you would do. As much as I don't want to take on 2 Arbaruses at once, that does mean that the other group is going to have less pressure on them. And it means they can safely sneak up the flank and hit the other, the rightmost Arbarus from behind. That's my plan. Though, these Flammers coming up the center kind of worry me. And that guy coming up behind kind of worries me too.
These opponents in this tower both make me uneasy.
Huh, sudden voice acting in the middle of a battle. Interesting.
Can't help but feel it's only natural they're here.
It's almost like the enemies are jealous of us. Maybe it's just my imagination, though. Do you think they're capable of jealousy?
Let's go.
That was interesting.
I'll turn you to ash.
It's kind of at this point that I prefer some, well, I do get an assist with that. The problem with Himeno is that she, doesn't really have much attacking options without getting countered other than her gifts, which means that she runs the risk of lowering her sanity quite a lot. And this thing has movement down. Back attack, please finish. Not quite, okay.
Here I go.
Yoko's gonna have to not buff for a turn. For some reason, I'm not in range to attack. I don't know why. Maybe that scenery's in the way. Anyway, down now.
Let's do this.
So you 3 seem to be safe now. It's just the central area that I need to... Wait a second. Okay, I was about to say, wait a second, show as an area attack, and then I just realized, oh wait, it has a serious chance of hitting our allies. That and you're completely blocking that area off. And I can't switch over mid-turn.
And away we go.
So I could go for the line.
Let's get this show on the road.
I really want to take these enemies out as quickly as I possibly can. Doing that gives a counter, though.
There you go.
Well, let's go for that.
Too slow.
Here I go.
Okay, make sure I'm in range of both so that I can do assists and... double back attack, Torpedo Fist! Wow, that was nice damage, and I just realized we both have our rears completely exposed to those Arbaruses. That was not such a good idea. Let me just see something, though. Can I get... I'm not hitting any of my allies with this. No, I'm not. I am now. But I'm not now. Can I turn around? Well, I can do this. Let's hope this double kills. Comically small pebble, which was completely off screen. Double crit though, nice. Okay, I am worried about double back attack Arbarus action. I probably should have turned around, actually. 74. Charge shot! Ow! Wow, that's painful. I have never seen you do that before. Please don't also use a chart. Wow.
Oh, damn.
Well, that was complete annihilation. And you are very fast. What are you doing there? No, seriously, what are you doing there? Oh, great, the 2 Arbaruses have joined up, and the enemies are surrounding us.
Let's go.
I'll turn you to ash.
Okay. New plan. Get over there.
Then let's begin.
Well, I'm not even getting numbers there, so I don't think... Oh, Circuit Bind would actually be quite... Oh, well, that's more agility and movement. Okay, so priority is get Toya over there and go for a Thunderstorm. And restore a bit of sanity along the way. My other option is throwing someone in there and intentionally berserking them, but
Suppose that works.
if I put Mana in there and intentionally berserked her, she could actually do some pretty good damage. Okay, so I will be able to get everyone with this. So let's go for it. Thunderstorm! And so many targets were hit that it caused a massive amount of
Let's do
lag.
this.
Okay, so which of you got binded? You got binded. You can't move, but you can still shoot. And I don't know what your range is. Which could be a problem.
For everyone's sake.
Actually,
This one's mine.
oh, the problem with doing that as an area attack, though, is Toya gets hit. Because, yeah, Toya gets hit if I do that. Toya does not get hit if I do that, though, and that hits everything. Searing Blast! You will pay for punching yourselves up like this.
Is that all?
Oh, double kill in the middle. I'm just down to the Arbarases. That was definitely useful. Now the question is... Oh no, there's no way I'm taking out both of the Arbarases. With double assists, there might be.
Here I go.
Potentially even more assists if I get Mana in on the action. And she can get into position for back attacks. That one cannot move, although I think they can still pivot on the spot. But if I go for the... You know, maybe Armor Crush would be more useful here. Turn into Auron! And this boosts the damage of my assists. And not quite enough. Hello, you shoving your head in Mana's head. Don't worry, I will save you after this one is gone. Let's just snipe this one from afar. Arbaras 1 down. Guess the pincer attack was somewhat successful? Question mark. You're blocked off by the Arbaras, and you can still charge shot. Thankfully, you didn't die from that. Huh, is charge shot a special move? Wonder if it is, because Himeno took a lot less damage from that than I expected. Well, the only 3 enemies left have all put themselves quite close to us. And I can safely ignore that Arbaras because it's stunned. Yoko is sadly still all the way over there. You know, I actually think the best that she could do is actually doing this. Getting all the way up here, into position for assists, and then just using an awareness buff on everyone.
This isn't good.
Not sure if this is really going to be overly helpful, though, in the long run.
Oh, I'm
Let's go.
really in a spot now.
Back shot!
I'm really in a spot now.
Though, I think this thing can still get charge shots off. And counter. And Toya would be out of counter range, so I think I need to move him a bit up. Let's just use a regular sweep shot here.
My head.
Himeno is dangerously close to going berserk. And if I use Searing Blast, then I'll hit. Thankfully, Shiver is only small amount of sanity. Freeze! Assist shot 2. And please do not. And
Sorry.
crit
Oh,
down.
I'm really in the spot now.
That's bad. Let's see if I can get into position to counter both of them. Meant to assist on both of them, basically. Well, at least that Arboros is down. I probably should have... I think that was kind of dumb, actually. Might have been better to go for, yeah, to not let him in or die like that. Double Lightning Knuckle back attack. I've noticed that the Vantage ability that I gave Sho isn't really activating all that often. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to actually win this now. Back punch! So that wasn't exactly the best showing, but it was okay.
This isn't good.
Make sure I've got 100% hit rate. Again, not the best showing, but it went alright, I guess. Those charge shots, though, didn't know that Arboros could actually do that. That is pretty tough. Huh, we have a cutscene here. Oh, hi, The End.
Looks like
You were appearing in a 3D model for once.
as well as killing people. You. But you have a long way to go. Don't forget your resolution to stain your hands with blood. Don't forget the fear of having your existence erased from this world.
I will never forget. Of course I'll never forget that I'm killing my comrades. But I will continue to bear this burden and climb to the top of this tower. I will reach where you are at the end, no matter what sacrifices I must make.
Again, careful of that attitude, because the moment that you start becoming the person who wants to sacrifice anything to achieve their goal, then you tend to turn into a villain.
Such a bold and self-righteous vow. And hearing such a thing from you, of all people, disgusts me.
What did you say?
So, you're prepared for the sacrifices you must make? Do you think bearing that guilt is your atonement? The way you sacrifice those around you? It's laughable how easily you can say that, since you're the one doing the sacrificing.
That again? This stare is filled with such loathing.
You're not really one to talk about sacrificing, seeing as you just kill millions of people for
I
fun.
can tell that you must really hate me.
Hate? This extends far beyond mere hatred. I can't tolerate your very existence. How I long to snap your little neck with my own two hands.
You're pretty close there. Sure, you might want to run
Why
away.
don't you do just that? Why take such a roundabout way to get at me?
Yeah, exactly.
If you die so easily, this would all be pointless then. For you still have an obligation. An obligation to choose, to be chosen.
What do you mean by that?
If you wish to find out, then by all means continue your ascent. You must risk your life to find your answers. Continue to seek, and continue to kill. Suspect your friends, be suspected yourself, feel their hatred and your own, and be consumed by it. That is the most suitable punishment for you. That is the most fitting end for someone like yourself.
This is interesting.
Climb and suffer. You don't have much of a choice now, do you?
And teleporting.
He's gone. What in the world was he talking about? Who exactly is the End?
Yeah. I have a few theories, but Not going to mention any of them now in case they turn out to be true and people spoil me in the comments. Only one person ended with a negative record, and yeah, that was only an A rank. Okay, and that was also 5 turns. Maybe that was a bit long. I'm still not in... And we already got another VP. That's surprisingly quick, actually. So, my S rank streak on this floor is gone. I kind of expected that mission did not go particularly smoothly, but it went okay, at least. Wow, she got enough points there that even with a death, she was still in the positives. And this gives me a lot more gift points to spend. But yeah, just what was the end going on about there? This is the part where the game's getting a lot more interesting in terms of story. Where I think we're around the almost literally the halfway point, actually. We're kind of halfway through the, well, I guess 2.5 is the halfway point if there are 5 floors, but whatever. Anyway, okay, these visions are important.
They vanished.
Traitor.
Please. What are you saying?
Wait, what? Nothing. That might be the first time I got nothing. And if I got nothing there, I think I know who the 3 voices are.
Hey.
Huh. Here's the thing, I have doubts about Zenji as well, so maybe I won't say I don't think so, I'll just say I don't know.
Show.
At the moment, I've narrowed it down to either Nagi, Marco, or Zenji. Interesting, I didn't exactly expect that combination. But we can't really narrow it down any further. It's one of those 3. For now, at least, we can't quite make any headway. Something I just realized, too, is that the fewer members of your party that you have, the fewer votes that there are, just in general. Now, I have a lot more GP to spend, and I've got, okay, a few people I can talk to. 2 who I know are definitely safe, so that's good. And in fact, I know that Yoko is safe too. So again, back to the vision screen. No voices here. Which means everybody in that group is safe. And that means that by process of elimination, we know who the 3 voices are for this floor. They are Zenji, Nagi, and Marco. I really don't want it to be Marco or Nagi. And my guess is that Zenji has he's one of the least favorite characters on this channel so far, so I think you all probably want me to use a VP on him first. Though, I'm just getting the feeling that just to troll me, he's not going to turn out to be the traitor. But, let's see. Yes, use the vision point that we just got. It's time. Time to narrow things down. Trippiness activates! Just gotta make sure that I actually succeed in this.
This is...
I wonder what remarks this guy's gonna give off. They're probably all gonna be jerkish. This is the mind of Jerkface.
Later.
See, honestly, I suspect that just being inside this guy's mind would probably just kill you, because it's just so hostile to everyone.
Hey, wait!
Okay, Jerkface, let's do this.
I don't have much faith in any of you. Screw that guy.
Where was that coming from?
What the hell's that supposed to mean? I can copy anyone else's abilities. Well, it's bullshit. You make me sick. Reality sucks some days. Who gives a rat's ass? I know. That's complete bullshit. You guys are starting to piss me off. What the hell's that supposed to mean? I don't have much faith in you guys are starting to piss me off. That's complete bullshit.
Well, this is interesting.
Yes.
Yep, well, definitely, he does not like us being in here.
Gone again.
It's so annoying trying to talk. What's that supposed to mean? Who gives a rat's ass? I can copy anyone else's abilities. Well, it's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. I don't have much faith in any. You guys are starting to piss me off. Tell me that guy. You make me sick. Reality sucks. I'm going to leave my mind behind. Was wondering if you were going to show.
Please, wait.
Almost there, just a few more jerk messages to get through.
Reality sucks some days. I know. Gotta tell me twice. Fine. I'm going to leave my mark behind. Gives a rat's ass. Well, it's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. You guys are starting to piss me off. That guy. I can copy anyone else's abilities.
That was surprisingly easy. Now, are you safe or not? Wow, you are safe!
Got it. Zenji, come with us.
And thus, everyone in the comments section completely loses it. I'm sorry, but I had a feeling this was actually the case. I don't know why, I just thought, you know, it'd be too obvious. In a way, I'm almost glad it's not him, because, again, would have been too obvious. I already got Sojiro, who just to me feels like one of those characters who being the traitor is just too obvious for them, really. So I'm glad that there's a bit of variety, but I really hope it's not Marco. Really, really hope it's not Marco. So, yeah, if he's in the clear, means it's either of these two. Wow, I don't want to lose either of them. They're both amazing, but this is bad. This is really bad. Finding out who the traitors are just gets worse and worse the more you play the game because you get attached to the characters more the further in you are. Anyway, let's talk to two people who I know are clear.
Uh-huh. Huh? No.
Yeah. I think his primary objective, he seems to be testing Sho in some way. They say that whenever the planet faces extinction, then the world's antibody system, or the fate materia, activates. Could the end be trying to trigger that? Like, and is that why he's threatening the world? Maybe. No, it wouldn't be any fun to be the only person left, yeah. Still not quite enough. Well, we did earlier, and it didn't really get us anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly right, Yoko. Maybe we're misunderstanding the person who has nuclear missiles aimed at the world and who's already killed thousands of millions of people. Yeah, that's the thing. We're misunderstanding him. Yeah, sadly this is an Undertale. We can't just talk the boss into not fighting. That really needs to be a system that's used in more games, honestly. Like, it actually really does. I mean, this is going to sound like it's going off on a tangent, but, it's actually a little annoying to me, because I've recently seen bits of that game, and some of those things about talking down bosses without actually fighting them, I had plans to make an RPG Maker game where you can do exactly that, so people always get to ideas before me. And so if I go with my original idea, then people will accuse me of ripping things off, even though I wasn't intentionally doing that. But no, what I was actually going to say, though, was... What was it? No, wait, what was that skill? I think this is... No, I actually need Searing Blast to be level 2 before I can do that. Ice-based attack with a chance to stun. Large area explosion. Yeah, the explosive skills might actually be quite useful. Go for level 2 Searing Blast so I can get Firestorm and Ignition. What I was saying was, this whole idea of, it's a concept that hasn't been explored much in games, the whole idea of peacefully negotiating with bosses, and I think Undertale is one of the few games that actually does that and still manages to make the boss fights feel like fun, actual boss fights. The other thing with talking them down in most games is that you generally just don't even get a fight, and gets kind of boring that way. But one thing that I just want to mention that in general I don't like, and this is something that a lot of Western RPGs, and I don't like the Western RPG genre in general, this is one of the reasons why. Very often in Western RPGs, the option to negotiate with a boss without actually fighting them generally always ends in talking the boss into committing suicide, and I just hate that. I mean, I know for plot reasons, it's all like, okay, the character has to die for the plot anyway, so we want to make it so that the character dies regardless of what you do, because otherwise the plot won't work. But still, the fact that, like, it's not a good moral to teach, the fact that the only way you can do negotiation is to negotiate enemies into killing themselves. Anyway, that's just a random comment on games that I have. That's why, again, I want to see more games like Undertale. Games that allow you to negotiate with bosses, but in a way that is still fun, and in a way that doesn't involve just talking the boss into committing suicide. I mean, in the context of some cases where that was the case in Western RPGs, it does make some kind of sense. Like people who are too far gone to even be cured, but in other contexts, it just feels very, very strange. So, what do I get on mana? Recovery also adds HP. Regen would be kind of useful. I think last time I was going for Ignition Punch would be kind of useful. Explosive melee attack against. That's a lot of power too, for a relatively cheap sanity cost, actually. I was actually going for Earth Crash, I think. But I'm going to need quite a few more, Guess I could go for Concussion, that gives her some range options. I have to level that up one more, and that, so it'll take me 2 more GP before I can get Ignition Punch. You could be the traitor, so upgrading your skills is going to be... not entirely sure. Air Raid looks like a useful ability, though. Drops an object on target. Melee attack against all targets in an area, and it's a line. Melee attack against multiple targets that cannot be countered. That looks good, but there is absolutely no way I'm getting enough GP for that before this floor's over, so, there's Kinetic Mastery. Increases the effect of G-Force. I can always get Satellite later. I've been using Dive a lot lately, so I should probably upgrade it a little bit. I've noticed that so far I've actually been focusing more on learning new abilities than I have been on upgrading existing abilities. I guess that's kind of how I do this. Oh yeah, that's it. I want full Helix, so I'm leveling up Reversal. Definitely want full Helix. That looks like a really, really useful thing. Restores sound when you perform a critical hit is not a bad ability either. Oh, and Marco, you could be a traitor as well. Increases damage with weapons. Psychic-based area attack. That's not a bad move to grab. That leads to destroy them. Well, don't move is a debuff skill, but it's a random debuff. Might just want to go for stay back.
I don't want any more pain.
Huh. What just happened? Does that mean that I... Okay, I think I know what happened there. I think that means that I learned every skill in the telekinesis or the red branch. I think that's what happened. So, I've learned everything there is to learn there, but I haven't fully upgraded all of them. Yoko, thankfully you are safe, and I was going for some more, yeah, I want to go for Psychic Assault, because that leads to some good debuff skills. Level up that, and next time Psychic Assault, and as for you... What's Incapacitate? Chance to Seal. That would kind of be useful against Arbarases, so they wouldn't do those charge shots on me. Phase Blade. Oh, wait, no, I want a Group Shift. Yeah, that could be useful. From there, I can learn Warp Snare. Transportation. Swapping places with an ally. Castling, that's kind of funny. Flux Evasion. Interesting. And then Summon Allies is probably his kind of ultimate skill. Well, that and Quick Step, but that costs half his sanity. So, that's all of that. And I've done every conversation, I think, yeah? So, I guess, yeah, I'll see you next time then.